Let's start with the MCQs of geometrical isomerism first. Section M from the notes. Second one, what should be the minimum conditions to show geometrical isomerism? Restricted rotation about double bond or ring. Is it a true condition? Respond. Is restricted rotation about the double bond or ring in cycloalkane a condition for GI?
Yes.
Yes. Because if there is a free rotation around the carbon to carbon single bond, it will show conformational isomerism. But if there is a restricted rotation around the double bond or ring, it will be showing the geometrical isomerism. Groups which are responsible to show geometrical isomerism differ in their relative distance. Now, this is something which we have seen in coordination compounds also. Coordination mein I had said कि the square planar complexes show GI, but the tetrahedral complexes doesn't. And the reason was the relative distance. So if I have the central metal atom and the four ligands attached to it, then if I talk about the distance of the ligands from each other, this ligand and this ligand is at an angle of 90 degree, but this ligand with the opposite one is at an angle of 180 degree, meaning their relative distances and the bond angles are different. So that is also the condition. And two different groups at both restricted atoms. Yes, because if I talk about the double bonded carbon in an alkene, and GI possible होने के लिए each of the double bonded carbon should be attached to different atoms or groups. So are they different? Are they different? अगर ये condition yes yes है, मतलब the GI will be yes possible. So these are all the three minimum conditions for any compound or species to show the geometrical isomerism. In fact, जितनी भी condition हमने discuss की थी, that's a summary of the conditions in this MCQ. Next, which of the following compounds will not show geometrical isomerism? Will not show. Now, names are given. We have to identify the structure and then identify whether the GI will be possible or not. What will be the structure of azomethane? We have seen azobenzene. So, what would be the structure for azomethane? What is an azo group? You're supposed to respond when I ask. Mek, Rishi, Raj, Ayushi.
N double bond N.
Very good. नाम बोलने के बाद respond करना जरूरी है. You can respond without the name being told. So azo group matlab N double bond N. When I say azobenzene, we attach the phenyl groups. So when there is azomethane, we will attach the methyl groups. Now, will this compound show GI?
Yes.
Yes, because there is N double bond N with a group of methyl and the lone pair which can be placed on the same side or on the opposite side. Next, 1 bromo, 2 chloro, ethene. Now, इसके लिए we'll have to draw the structure. So, ethene मतलब 2 carbons with a double bond. उसके 1 पे bromo है, 2 पे chloro है. Satisfy the valences. Will this show?
Yes.
Yes. So 1 phenyl propene में you do draw 3 carbon का chain with a double bond and उसके first carbon पे place a phenyl group. This is 1 phenyl propene and now satisfy the valency and tell me, will it show?
Yes.
Yes.
On the double bonded carbon, methyl and H, are they different? Yes. On the other double bonded carbon, H and phenyl, are they different? Yes. Yes, yes, matlab the GI will be possible. So obviously answer the fourth है. अब अगर इसका structure if I draw, then 2 methyl 2 butene के लिए 4 carbon का chain, double bond on second and methyl over here. What's the problem with this? Why it won't show?
There are two methyl, two same substituents on one carbon.
Perfect. There are two same substituents on the double bonded carbon that violates the condition for the GI. Next, which of the following compound cannot show geometrical isomerism?
The first one.
The first one. Reason?
Because two groups are attached on the same carbon.
Perfect.
They need to be attached on the adjacent carbon.
Correct. Two same groups or substituents are attached on the सेम कार्बन एटम अगर वो आजू बाजू होते तो चल जाता लेकिन ऑन द सेम कार्बन इफ दे आर similar substituents then it won't show GI. We had talked about cyclohexane. उसमें 1 2 1 3 and 1 4 disubstituted compounds can show the GI. Likewise in cyclobutane 1 2 disubstituted या फिर चारों मिथाइल ग्रुप्स है तो इसके बहुत सारे GI बन सकते हैं. अब कितने बनेंगे दैट वी कैन टॉक लेटर व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द स्टीरियो आइसोमर्स का नंबर. ठीक है बट एडजेसेंट पे इफ द सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स आर डिफरेंट देन इट कैन शो जीआई. सिमिलरली साइक्लोप्रोपेन में भी ये जीआई बता सकता है. नेक्स्ट, which of the following will not show geometrical isomerism? First one. Now first में there
So
are two geometrical centers. One is an azo and other is the double bonded carbon. If we look with respect to azo, then there is methyl and the vinyl group. Are they different?
Yes.
और अजो में तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता है. अजो में वैसे भी मिथाइल के साथ लोन पेयर है और दूसरे नाइट्रोजन पे लोन पेयर के साथ कोई भी और ग्रुप हो चाहे वो सेम हो या डिफरेंट. अजो में तो ऑल द अजो कंपाउंड्स विल शो द जीआई इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ व्हाट इज द सब्स्टिट्यूएंट. करेक्ट. Same way, mein, this is the second geometrical center. See, when a compound has multiple geometrical centers, then it can have multiple geometrical isomers. ठीक है तो इसके कितने आइसोमर्स होंगे दैट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक इन द लेटर पार्ट. बट ये जीआई बताएगा कि नहीं बताएगा दैट इज समथिंग विच इज इंपॉर्टेंट एज ऑफ नाउ. So this will definitely show the GI with two geometrical centers. Second one, if you look at
Yes, will
this
show.
if you look at this particular center and this particular center individually, then with the double bonded carbon and the two hydrogen clashing, this won't show the GI with respect to this double bonded atoms. ठीक है लेकिन in the cyclooctene, if the substituents are present on the different carbon atom, चाहे वो adjacent हो, alternate हो या कोई भी दो different carbon पे हो, तो this will be able to show the GI. समझा. मतलब this is the geometrical center of the cyclic ring. This with respect to the cyclic ring which can show. ठीक है अब एक और चीज, साइक्लोअल्कीन के अलावा साइक्लोअल्कीन कैन ऑल्सो शो द जीआई. साइक्लोअल्कीन में भी जीआई पॉसिबल है. ठीक है एंड this is possible only with minimum 8 carbon atoms in the ring. So when we talk about cycloalkene, just make a note over here. GI is possible in cycloalkene. There is a double bond in the ring, right? And it is with minimum 8 carbon atoms. Any cyclooctane and onwards, the GI would be possible. लोअर साइक्लोअल्कीन्स जो होते हैं अब तो साइक्लोहेप्टीन, उसमें जीआई इज नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज उस केस में बिकॉज ऑफ द ring strain the trans isomer is never possible. Theoretically yes, practically trans isomer बनता ही नहीं है up to cycloheptene. This is as observed and you can just remember this as a fact. Fine with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Third one, what functional group is this? C double bond N with a OH,
Oxide.
ऑक्साइन. और ऑक्साइन में भी अगर आप देखोगे तो दिस पर्टिकुलर डबल बॉन्डेड कार्बन इज हैविंग मिथाइल एंड H, एंड नाइट्रोजन पे तो लोन पेयर एंड OH है, वो तो हमेशा ही GI बताएगा. Now what is the problem with the fourth one?
Even
One.
number cumulative.
It's even numbered cumulines. The cumuline with odd shows GI, even shows
OI.
OI. तो ये OI बताएगा, GI नहीं बताएगा. That's it. These are the simple type of questions which are related with GI. Next, which of the following compound can show GI? First one is ruled out because of same substituents. Second one, same substituents. Next is even numbered cumulin. तो इवन नंबर्ड क्यूमुलिन में वापस प्रॉब्लम है, तो ये भी नहीं बताएगा. एंड फोर्थ में with respect to this double bonded carbon it will not be able to show, but on the cyclopentane if there are two substituents on the adjacent carbon atom it will be able to show the GI. Am I clear with the condition?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you repeat it?
See, first mein the substituents were same, so ruled out. Second mein they were same, ruled out. Third mein it's cumulin with even number of double bonds, which will not show GI but shows OI. And fourth mein with respect to this double bonded carbon, methyl methyl clash हो रहा है, तो ये तो GI नहीं बताएगा. But there is one more geometrical center of the cyclic ring, which is a di-substituted cyclopentane. And if the di-substituted cyclopentane के case में if the substituents are on adjacent 1 2 or 1 3 it will be able to show GI. Correct? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I have skipped section N, move to section O. Section N optical isomerism का है, which I'll take later. So O के case में first one, identify Z 2-pentene. For Z, the higher priority substituent should be on the
Same side.
Z means friend, so on the same side. So if you see the substituent, this is methyl and this is H. So the higher priority with respect to atomic number rule goes to carbon and the second priority to hydrogen. Same way there is ethyl and H, higher priority is carbon and H will be the lower priority. Now if the higher priorities are on the same side, it will be a Z isomer. Okay. Now, if we look at the other options, this is not pent 2 in, this is pent 1 in. So, ये तो automatically ruled out है. And if you look at this, there are only 4 carbon atoms. This is also ruled out. There are only 2 pent 2 in structures. One would be Z and this would be the E isomer. Antigen and enemy is related. Right? Next. Which of the following is a syn isomer? For a syn isomer in an oxime, the H and OH are to be observed. If they're on the same side, it's a syn. If they're on the opposite, it's anti.
The third one.
The third one. Because syn and anti acetaldoxime या aldoxime में हम discuss कर सकते हैं when there is one H and on the nitrogen there is OH. So this is definitely a syn isomer, and the fourth one, if you observe, will be a
Anti.
anti isomer. इस केस में sin और anti is with respect to nomenclature. मतलब if I write sin methyl phenyl ketoxime, then this will be a sin. If I write sin phenyl methyl ketoxime, then the phenyl and the OH should be on the same side. मतलब इसके दो नाम हो सकते हैं, sin methyl phenyl ketoxime या anti phenyl methyl ketoxime. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स दिए नहीं है, जस्ट मेक इट टू मिथाइल ग्रुप्स. तो अगर दो मिथाइल क्लैश हो रहे हैं कार्बन पे, तो ये तो आपका जीआई बताएगा ही नहीं. नेक्स्ट, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट ट्रू फॉर मैलिक एंड फ्यूमेरिक एसिड? मैलिक एंड फ्यूमेरिक एसिड वर unsaturated dicarboxylic acid. So are they configurational isomers?
No.
Why not? Configurational isomer was the name given to याद करो alternate names. Geometrical was also called configurational isomerism, and malic and fumaric are geometrical isomers, so they have to be configurational isomers. Right, Rishi?
Yes, sir.
So configurational isomer, geometrical isomers ही होते हैं. So this is correct. Are they stereoisomers?
Yes.
Because will they represent Z and E?
Yes.
जो cis and trans exhibit करता है वो EZ को भी exhibit कर सकता है. Constitution isomer is wrong because constitutional is alternate name of
Structural.
structure. Very good. Next, which of the following is incorrect statement? Geometrical isomers are not mirror image isomer.
Correct.
Correct. A pair of geometrical isomers are simultaneously a pair of
Diastereomers.
diastereomers, which are not the mirror images of each other. So obviously कोई भी cis और trans isomer ले लो, वो एक दूसरे के mirror images नहीं होते हैं. It's a correct statement. Compound having double bond, which is restricted bond, always show GI.
No.
No. Compound having a restricted double bond will show GI only if
The substituents are different on the double bonded carbon.
perfect. The substituents are different on the double bonded carbon. तो restricted bond अगर हो और कुछ ऐसा arrangement हो, so since the groups are clashing, despite of the restricted rotation, it will not be able to show GI. तो ये एक incomplete statement हो जाता है, and that is why it is incorrect. Other options will be correct. Cyclic compound having single bond does not show geometrical isomerism. Definitely, यहाँ पर a cyclic compound having a single bond will show. Sorry, acyclic नहीं है, it's acyclic compound. Sorry. Acyclic यानी open chain compound having a single bond, meaning alkanes, does not show GI. Yes, it is correct. And cyclodecene can show cis and trans.
Yes, sir.
क्या बोला मैंने कंडीशन अभी इसके पहले?
The ring should be contain more than 8 carbon atoms.
Cycloalkane with minimum 8 or more than 8 carbon atoms can show cis and trans. Up to heptane cycloalkene GI नहीं बताता है because the trans isomer is not possible to be formed. Eighth one. The incorrect order with respect to the properties mentioned for the stability for the following pair of compounds is first one. Now this is a cyclic ring with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ये cyclodecene है जिसके cis and trans isomer possible है. And in case of cycloalkenes, the cis isomer is found to be more stable than the trans one. This is more stable than the trans because trans होने के लिए the groups should lie on the opposite side और cycloheptene तक तो trans isomer possible ही नहीं होता है because of the ring strain. तो cycloalkenes का GI का detailing आपके syllabus के लिए नहीं है. Just remember that cycloalkenes में 8 or more than 8 will show GI which is more stable than trans. That's मतलब this is a correct statement. Am I clear with the statement? Cycloalkene के लिए only 2 pointers to be remembered. Possible with minimum 8 carbon, cis is stable than trans. खत्म. Next. So this is but 2-ene वाला isomer which is cis 1 and this is trans and stability में बोला है trans is more stable than cis. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Then there is a chloro-substituted alkene in which boiling point is to be compared. Now tell me how will you compare the boiling point?
Check the dipole moment.
Very good. With the dipole moment. And for the dipole, with respect to methyl and double bonded carbon, the dipole will be towards double bond and chlorine के केस में towards chlorine. यहाँ पर भी towards double bond होगा and towards chlorine होगा. Where the dipole is greater. Which one has a greater dipole moment?
Second one.
Second one, because the vectors will be in the same direction, so they will get added up. So this compound is going to become more polar, so their dipole-dipole attraction will be stronger and their boiling point is going to be higher. मतलब ये जो order है that is incorrect. नेक्स्ट में सेम कंपाउंड दिया है और उसका डाइपोल मोमेंट कंपेयर करने बोला है. हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं उस केस में भी ये वाला ऑर्डर गलत. So the incorrect order will be option C and D. Understood?
Yes.
Next, the correct order for the given pair of isomers is correct order पूछा है. So here we have but 2-ene के isomers where cis is greater than trans with respect to melting point. Is it correct? But 2-ene में cis and trans में which had a higher melting point?
Trans.
Trans because of
More
elements
symmetry.
of symmetry.
more symmetry, more close packing, and hard will be the solid, and that's why it will have a higher melting point. So this is an incorrect order. Next is fumaric and malic acid, which is given. First one कौन सा है, malic के fumaric?
Malik.
Malic. The cis is a malic isomer and trans is fumaric acid. So इस case में the dipole will be higher for the trans as given. Is that correct? Dipole moment का order.
No.
No. Because cis के लिए the groups are on the same side, so the dipoles will add. Here they are on the opposite side, so the dipoles will cancel, and that's why the dipole of cis should be greater and not trans. Incorrect. Next में boiling point is to be compared, and there are 2 chloro on the double bonded carbon. तो यहाँ पर डाइपोल इस तरह से है, यहाँ पे डाइपोल इस तरह से। यहाँ पे द डाइपोल विल बी लाइक दिस एंड लाइक दिस। What is happening in the first case?
Less dipole.
Less dipole, so it will be less polar, so it will have a lower boiling point. यहाँ पे हाई दिया हुआ है, इसलिए दिस इज ऑल्सो इनकरेक्ट ऑर्डर, मतलब आंसर तो फोर्थ है। फोर्थ के लिए there is a methyl and the carboxyl group and we have to compare the solubility. Now water solubility में भी polarity को देखना है। If a molecule is more polar, it will be more soluble. So with respect to methyl and double bonded carbon more electronegative, and with respect to double bonded carbon and carboxyl group, the carboxyl group because of oxygen atom will be more electronegative group. So overall the dipole will be towards COH. Similarly यहाँ पर towards double bond carbon and towards the COH. This case में they are in the same direction, so the dipoles will add and it will be more polar, so it will be more soluble, also having a higher dipole moment, also having a higher boiling point. डाइपोल मोमेंट से आप पोलैरिटी आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो, सल्यूबिलिटी को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट को कंपेयर कर सकते हो। अंडरस्टूड? यस और नो?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So now let's start with the next topic of stereoisomerism, which is optical isomerism. So just try to recollect the points which you have watched in the video and will progress with that. So optical isomerism is simply a property of rotating the PPL. What was PPL?
Plain polarized light.
Plane polarized light. And this plane polarized light is obtained by passing an ordinary light through a
Nichols prism.
Nichols prism. So ordinary light में vibrations are in all the direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation. When it is passed to the Nichols prism, we get the vibrations only in
One direction.
one direction perpendicular to the direction of propagation. So this special type of light, which is obtained by passing an ordinary light through the Nichols prism, is called plane polarized light. ये जो plane polarized light होता है, if it is passed through an optically active solution like lactic acid or any of the optically active compound. मान लो ये अपना optically active solution है of an organic compound. So when the PPL is passed through this solution, it is observed that the light is rotated by some angle. Now the rotation can either be in the clockwise or in the anti-clockwise direction. So if it is in the clockwise, we call it to be
Dextrorotatory.
dextrorotatory, which is indicated by a letter D or a plus sign. And similarly, on the opposite side, it is called levorotatory, indicated by L or a minus sign. So in short, optical activity is simply the property of rotating the PPL on the right or to the left. Understood? Okay. Now, for a compound to be optically active, the first and the minimum condition is it should be
Dissymmetric.
dissymmetric. और डिससिमेट्री को एक और वर्ड बोलते हैं, दैट इज काइरल. Chiral is a Greek word which means no symmetry present. So the molecule should be chiral, meaning it should not have any element of symmetry. Molecule should be dissymmetric. Dissymmetric का मतलब it should not have mainly the plane of symmetry or the center of symmetry. It should not have the plane of symmetry or the center of symmetry. The second condition is the organic compound must have a chiral carbon. The chiral carbon is that carbon in which all the 4 valencies are satisfied by different atoms or groups. Matlab, each of the valencies should be having the different atoms or groups attached to it. Then the carbon is called chiral, which is indicated by an asterisk sign. And thirdly, to understand pos and cos, it is simple. Pos is a plane of symmetry. For a given object, there can be infinite planes which can divide the object into equal parts. जैसे क्यूब ले लो, क्यूब में बहुत सारे planes है which can cut the cube in equal parts, meaning the plane of symmetry could be infinite. किसी भी object का the number of planes dividing the object into equal parts are infinite, correct? But center of symmetry will be only one. Cos यानी जो center of symmetry है वो तो एक ही हो सकता है. From the center, if you travel in opposite directions and if you travel equal distance, then if the substituents are same, you say there is a center of symmetry. If they are not same, then there is no center of symmetry. अब कोई भी molecule के लिए if there is no pos and no cos, then only it will show optical isomerism. And if there is pos but no cos, if there is no pos but cos, then it will not show optical isomerism. In short, जब ये दोनों ही condition correct होगा, मतलब no pos no cos, then only molecule will have the OI possible. Am I clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Now, this funda of pos and cos is very easy to apply for the cyclic alkanes. So, cyclic mein, let's say I have cyclobutane, a simple cyclobutane. So, obviously, it has many planes of symmetry which can divide the cyclobutane into equal parts. मतलब यहाँ पर the plane of symmetry is present. And अगर हम center से if I travel in the opposite directions and at equal distance, let's say x and x, तो इस कार्बन पे I have 2 hydrogen, इस कार्बन पे there are again 2 hydrogen, मतलब there is a center of symmetry. एक बार pos and cos का condition आपने check कर दिया, then you can identify which molecule can show the OI and which can't. ठीक है? Getting it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Then if I have a methyl substituted cyclobutane, a mono substituted cyclobutane, then इस case में if I take a diagonal plane, then it will be able to divide the molecule into equal parts, and that is why there will be a plane of symmetry. अब, if I talk about center of symmetry, then with respect to this center, if I try to travel in opposite direction and at equal distance, then onto this carbon, I am having 2 hydrogen. Onto this carbon, there is a methyl and a H. मतलब यहाँ पर there will be no pos. But अगर pos है तो OI तो नहीं बताएगा वैसे भी. ठीक है? Then there is a di-substituted cyclobutane. When there is a di-substituted cyclobutane, the two groups can be on the same side, meaning basically they will be above the plane or below the plane. मान लो ये दोनों ही ग्रुप्स अबव द प्लेन है कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द ऑब्जर्वर. तो अगर दोनों ही अबव द प्लेन है तो देयर विल बी डेफिनेटली अ सिमेट्री, अ पॉस व्हिच इज पॉसिबल ओवर हियर. और एक बार कोई भी एलिमेंट ऑफ सिमेट्री आ गया, इसका मतलब यहाँ पर जीआई तो नहीं होने वाला है. अब पॉस नहीं भी चेक करो तो भी चलेगा. आर यू गेटिंग इट? यस और नो?
Yes.
And similarly, for a di-substituted cyclobutane, if I have the groups, one above the plane and one below the plane, अब यहाँ पर अगर symmetry check करोगे तो obviously one is above the plane and other is below the plane, so the image will not be same, and that's why the pos is not possible in this molecule. ठीक है? Pos possible नहीं है. और सेंटर ऑफ सिमेट्री की अगर बात करें तो इफ आई ट्रेवल इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन एंड इक्वल डिस्टेंस देन डेफिनेटली यहाँ पर cos भी नहीं पॉसिबल है. So this is a molecule where there is no pos, no cos, मतलब 1,2-dimethyl cyclobutane का trans can show
Optical
optical
isomer.
isomerism. Getting it? Okay. Similarly, for the cyclopropane, if you have the cis one, it can't show, but if you have the trans one, then it will be able to show. Fine with that.
Yes.
ठीक है, तो ये सिंपल समरी है अबाउट द साइक्लोअल्केन. बाकी एसाइक्लिक या ओपन चेन कंपाउंड्स जो है उसके लिए डिटेलिंग करने के लिए वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन नोमेनक्लेचर व्हिच इज आर एंड एस. तो अब यहाँ पर व्हाट इज आर एस एंड व्हाई इट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. डेक्स्ट्रो एंड लेवो is something which can be observed only practically. मतलब कोई भी solution डेक्स्ट्रो रोटेट करेगा या लेवो रोटेट करेगा that can be observed only by a device called polarimeter which gives you the angle either a positive or negative. अगर पॉजिटिव एंगल दिया तो डेक्स्ट्रो है, नेगेटिव एंगल दिया तो लेवो है. तो polarimeter is a device by which we can identify whether the PPL is rotated to the right or to the left. So it's completely an experimental concept. Just by looking at the molecule ये PPL को right में घुमाएगा या left में घुमाएगा ये हम नहीं बता सकते हैं. So since the Dextro and Levo, the DL configuration is an experimental concept, there was an introduction or the requirement of a nomenclature which can identify the Dextro and Levo theoretically also. तो उसी theoretical nomenclature के लिए RS was introduced, where R is derived from a Latin name rectus and S is derived from a Latin name sinister. So R is similar to dextro, matlab rotating the PPL to the right, R for rectus, R for right, and equivalent to dextro, and sinister, matlab rotating the PPL to the left. So that's the RS configuration, and it was developed by three scientists together whose names are Ken Ingold and Prelogs. ऐसे नाम हुआ करते थे पहले, Ken Ingold Prelog, or this is very famously also called CIP system of naming the optical compounds. This CIP system का rule is exactly similar to the EZ configuration. तो EZ जब हमने डिस्कस किया था it was based on what?
Atomic number.
Atomic number. तो करना क्या है, कार्बन के 4 सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स को एटॉमिक नंबर के हिसाब से प्रायोरिटी पे अरेंज करना है. Once you arrange them in the priority, if I talk about a carbon जिसका 4 valencies are attached like this, so this is a projection which is called Fisher projection. Whenever I represent a plus, it will indicate a carbon which is attached to 4 atoms or groups. Okay, so if all the 4 atoms or groups are different, then it can show the optical isomerism because the carbon will be chiral. और ये जो चारों एटम या ग्रुप है उनके एटॉमिक नंबर के बेसिस पे you have to arrange the priority. So let me give an example. I have a carboxyl group, methyl group, ethyl group and a H. तो पहला कंडीशन चारों अलग है तो ये OI बताएगा, chiral कार्बन है. ठीक है. Now tell me which is having the highest priority over here.
Carboxylic acid.
Carboxylic acid, because what will be the set created for COH? Set क्या बनेगा?
C3Os and 1H.
ना this C का 4 valencies में से 1 is bonded to chiral carbon, so forget about that. बाकी 3 valencies, H is not a part of valency of carbon, H is a part of
3O.
oxygen. हाँ, तो क्या बोलने का, डबल O एंड सिंगल O, यानी 3 O's. मिथाइल के लिए तो डायरेक्टली 3 H दिखता है, and C2H5 will be 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. So based on the atomic numbers, obviously the carboxyl gets the highest priority, followed by ethyl, then methyl, and then the hydrogen. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, यहाँ पे एक simple सा rule है, technique है. You have to first focus on the least priority group. So the least is 4th one. And if it is on the horizontal line, then whatever answer you get of the rotation, you have to reverse it. अब ऐसा क्यों करते हैं ये मैं थोड़ा आगे डिटेल में बताऊंगा, बट यहाँ पे सिंपल रूल क्या है, अगर आपके पास 4 ग्रुप्स हैं, फोकस ऑन द लीस्ट प्रायोरिटी एंड 1 2 3 को घुमाओ. सो 1 से 4th को छुपा दो, छोड़ दो. 1 से 2 और 2 से 3 कैसे जा रहा है, 1 से 2 से 3, व्हाट इज द डायरेक्शन,
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise. So if it is clockwise, it is rectus, and if it is anti-clockwise, it is sinister. But अगर fourth priority group is on the horizontal line, then अगर आपको anti-clockwise में मिल रहा है, तो answer will not be sinister, answer will be correct answer इसका जो होगा वो R configuration होगा. BH is if you have the H on the vertical line, then whatever answer you get will be retained, चाहे वो R हो या S हो. समझा?
Yes, sir.
That's it. This is about the RS configuration and the Fisher projection, which is required for understanding the configuration. ठीक है, तो अब फर्स्ट पार्ट में क्वेश्चन किस तरह से आते हैं उसी फ्लो में आई विल डिस्कस द सिनॉप्सिस ओवर हियर. Let's say you are being given the same structural isomer with the groups being switched with respect to the Fisher projection. So let's say I have carboxyl group, OH, methyl, and the H. So once again, priority में सबसे highest priority will go to
COH.
9.
OH.
Carbon is 6, but oxygen is 8 and hydrogen is 1. Highest priority goes to atomic number based rule, yani oxygen will be first. Then between the carboxyl and methyl, the carboxyl gets the priority. So once again, H अपना horizontal पे है. अब 1 से 2 से 3 घुमाओ, 1 से 2, 2 से 3 कैसे घूम रहा है,
Anti-clockwise.
घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, लेकिन होगा
Clockwise.
हाँ.
यानी R. ठीक है, तो मान लो आपको क्वेश्चन में और एक सेम सब्स्टिट्यूएंट्स के साथ फिशर प्रोजेक्शन दिया है और पूछा है इन दोनों के बीच में रिलेशन क्या है. Now there can be only two relation possible for a single chiral carbon molecule. What are the two relations?
Identical or optical isomer.
Correct. या तो वो आइडेंटिकल होंगे या तो एक दूसरे के इनेंशियोमर्स या ऑप्टिकल आइसोमर्स होंगे, इनेंशियोमर्स और ऑप्टिकल आइसोमर्स. तो आपको क्या करना है, कॉन्फ़िगरेशन चेक करना है. अगर दोनों ही R है या दोनों ही S है तो दे आर गोइंग टू बी
Identical.
आइडेंटिकल. एक R है दूसरा S है तो वो एक दूसरे के इनेंशियोमर्स हो गए. जैसे इस केस में घूम रहा है clockwise, but since it is having the H on the horizontal, the answer will be S. So यहाँ पर these two compounds are enantiomers of each other. और मान लो एक और स्ट्रक्चर आपको दिया गया है जिसमें the groups are being switched. तो just by looking at the structure आप नहीं बता सकते हो कि वो identical है या नहीं. ठीक है, so जैसे if I have the COH here, H here, OH and the methyl on the horizontal, then इस केस में 1 से 2 से 3 घूम रहा है क्लॉकवाइज होगा, now will the answer needs to be changed or it will be retained?
Retain.
Retain.
So answer R ही होगा, यानी first and third compound are identical, first and second या second with third are enantiomers. That's it. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the next part, which is very important, if I have more than one chiral carbon, mainly दो chiral carbon की हम यहाँ पर बात करेंगे, and for two chiral carbon I will take the example of tartaric acid. Tartaric acid is a hydroxy substituted dicarboxylic acid where two carboxyl groups are placed on the vertical line and the substituted OH are on the horizontal line. This is called tartaric acid. नाम लिखना है तो आप लिख लो, it is tartaric acid, which is a constituent of baking powder. Okay, so this is the first structure. Now, with two chiral carbon, there can be actually theoretically 4 different structures possible. और ये 4 structure बनाने का simple trick क्या है? First में I have kept the OH on the same side. Now, for the second structure, just take the mirror image. So if I take the mirror image, the OH groups now will be on the left hand side, hydrogens will come on the right, and the carboxyl on the vertical line will be retained. So that is the second structure. Then first को reference रखते हुए अब क्या करो, एक chiral position जो है उसको fix रखो, यानी H with OH, और दूसरे को switch करो, यानी यहाँ पे OH and यहाँ पे H, and vertical पे तो change नहीं होगा, so it is COH. This will be the third structure. And now take the mirror image of the third one, you get the fourth structure. Okay, so this will be OH here, H here, H here, OH here, and ऊपर नीचे COH groups हो जाएंगे. Clear? Understood how to draw the 4 structures?
Yes.
Then what I did was, to understand the relation between the given structures, we have to identify the RS. And based on RS, we can have different relations understood, and उसका एक shortcut trick भी हम develop कर सकते हैं. Okay, so let's understand this. So for this chiral carbon, oxygen is having the highest priority, followed by this carbon is having H, oxygen and carbon, and then this is COH with the carbons having the 3 oxygen. ठीक है, मतलब between this carbon and the below carbon, which has the highest priority? ऊपर वाला कार्बन या नीचे वाला कार्बन?
ऊपर वाला.
ऊपर वाला, because it is having the set with the higher atomic number. यहाँ पे आपके पास ऑक्सीजन कार्बन हाइड्रोजन कॉम्बिनेशन है और वहां ट्रिपल ऑक्सीजन है. So this will have the highest priority OH followed by COH and then this carbon H को तो इग्नोर करना है. तो ये घूम रहा है कैसे? बोलो क्या बोलने का घूम रहा है?
Dextro.
नहीं, डेक्स्ट्रो नहीं बात
Anti-clockwise.
करना है. घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, लेकिन होगा
Clockwise.
क्लॉकवाइज, यानी आर. ऐसे ही बोलना है. द लैंग्वेज व्हाट आई एम स्पीकिंग, यू हैव टू फॉलो दैट ओनली. घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज लेकिन होगा आर, बिकॉज द एच लोवेस्ट प्रायोरिटी इज ऑन द हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन. इसको हम गोल्डन रूल बोलते हैं, यानी सिंपल ट्रिक. ठीक है, अब इस कार्बन के लिए देखते हैं. अगेन OH गेट्स द हाईएस्ट प्रायोरिटी फॉलोड बाय COH एंड फॉलोड बाय ऊपर वाला कार्बन. So this will be moving in the rotating in the clockwise, लेकिन होगा
S.
S पर. अब समझाइए everyone.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in understanding RS? Anyone? Please speak up if you have not understood R and S ka part. I will explain again. No doubts?
Sir, can you repeat how did you make the four structures?
First structure, the RS.
The four structures here which you made, can you explain that again?
The first structure, what I did is I kept the two OH groups on the same side, meaning on the right. That is my reference structure. Second, I just took the mirror image. Can you see the mirror image?
Yes, sir.
For the third structure, I kept one configuration to be same, yani HOH on the same side. I just inverted this particular groups. मतलब एक को फिक्स रखा, दूसरे को इन्वर्ट किया और फिर उसका मिरर इमेज लिया.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है. Then what I did is I assigned the configuration for the two chiral carbons of the first structure. That's it. आपको सिर्फ first structure का configuration assign करना है. Now you know for the second structure you took the mirror image. Mirror image लिया मतलब this will now become S and this will become R. Correct?
Yes, sir.
तो मुझे वापस आइडेंटिफाई करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. I have to do smart work here, not donkey work. So only for the first structure you will assign the RS configuration. Now for the third structure, here I kept the first configuration fixed and inverted the second one. So the S will become R. And fourth, I took the mirror image, then this will become SS. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So now आपको कोई भी दो structures दिए जाएंगे और उनका relation पूछा जाएगा. So the best way to understand the relation is to identify RS configuration. So if I talk about first and second, दिखने में तो वो mirror images हैं, not superimposable भी होगा, but there is a
Plane of symmetry.
plane of symmetry. मतलब first and the minimum condition for the optical isomerism to be possible is violated. क्योंकि there is a symmetry in the molecule. तो अगर symmetry होगा तो यहाँ पर if I rotate this molecule by 180 degree, I will get the second structure which is same as the first one. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these two compounds will be identical. Despite of the configuration being different at the chiral carbon, they are identical because जब आप इसको 180 से घुमाओगे, this RS मिरर इमेज में SR आ रहा है लेकिन घुमाओगे तो वापस आपको यही कॉन्फ़िगरेशन मिलेगा, मैच होगा. मतलब फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड सिमेट्री के वजह से आइडेंटिकल है एंड इफ दे आर आइडेंटिकल despite of the presence of the chiral carbon, such stereoisomers are called
Isomers.
mesomers. So identical stereoisomers are called mesomers and mesomers are optically
Inactive.
Inactive.
inactive. And we say that mesomers are optically inactive due to internal compensation. Internal compensation, yani the compensation is within the molecule. Meaning simply, this is the configuration which is rotating the PPL, let's say by plus theta. So this is S configuration जो कि उसका opposite है, so it will rotate by minus theta. अब क्या हो रहा है? Plus theta and minus theta will nullify each other. मतलब the compensation is happening within the molecule. That is why overall this molecule will not be able to rotate the PPN. Hence it is said to be optically inactive due to internal compensation. So just on the page number 30, second last line जो mesomers दिया हुआ है, please make a note of this, optically inactive due to internal compensation. Two words very important. Optically inactive होते हैं और internal compensation की वजह से. I hope everyone has understood the meaning.
So where do we have to write this?
On page 30, the second last line from bottom. Mesomers लिखा हुआ है ना 1 and 2.
Yes, sir, found it. Thank you.
ठीक है. Now the third and fourth. Now third and fourth में there is no symmetry because if you try to break down the molecule, it is not being broken down into equal parts. तो symmetry नहीं है और configuration देखोगे तो एक दूसरे का opposite है. So if the configuration is opposite and there is no symmetry, then they are optical isomers of each other, meaning they are enantiomers. They are enantiomers, which are definitely optically active. लेकिन enantiomers may be, if I take third and fourth in equimolar proportion, third and fourth in equimolar proportion, what will happen? Third and fourth, if I take in the same beaker in the equimolar proportion. So since they are enantiomer, one of the molecule will rotate by plus theta, तो other will rotate by minus theta. तो overall अगर एक ही solution में equal proportion में present है, तो they will nullify each other. मतलब equimolar solution of the enantiomers is also optically. अरे भाई समझ रहा है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Will also be optically inactive, and such mixture formed by mixing equimolar proportion of enantiomers is called racemic mixture. So at the bottom 3 plus 4 equimolar proportion racemic mixture लिखा हुआ है. वहाँ लिखो optically inactive due to now there are two different compounds which are nullifying each other. इसीलिए इसको external compensation बोलते हैं. समझा? इंट्रा और इंटर का कॉन्सेप्ट है. इंट्रा मतलब इंटरनल कॉम्पेंसेशन हो जाएगा एंड इंटर मतलब एक्सटर्नल कॉम्पेंसेशन हो जाएगा. अंडरस्टूड?
Yes.
Then there is third relation which is diastereomer. अब फर्स्ट एंड थर्ड को अगर देखोगे वो एक दूसरे के मिरर इमेज ही नहीं है. When the structures are not the mirror images, then they are called diastereomers. यानी first with third and first with third and first with fourth, या second with third and second with fourth. Either ways, क्योंकि first and second तो equal है ना, they are called as diastereomers. And diastereomers are those which are not the mirror images of each other. ये एक दूसरे के मिरर इमेज ही नहीं है, तो इनके बीच में there will be the relation called diastereomers. Understood? अब there is one important concept. जो enantiomers होते हैं third and fourth, they will have the difference only in their optical properties. Their physical properties, their chemical properties are going to be same. तो यहाँ पर mainly if I talk about physical properties, then enantiomers are those stereoisomers which have the same physical properties. But diastereomers जो होते हैं उनकी physical properties different होती हैं. तो अगर physical properties different है तो their separation will be possible, maybe by fractional distillation due to difference in the boiling points. But जब physical properties same हो जाती है तो the separation would be difficult. तो अगर मेरे पास एक बीकर में enantiomers का mixture है, then उनको separate करना is not possible. So on a practical level, what we do is we convert the enantiomers to diastereomers by reacting it with some optically active substrate, yani optically active compound, और जब enantiomers diastereomers में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं, their physical properties tend to change. And the moment their physical properties tend to change, they can be separated. And जब वो separate कर देते हैं, तो we can get the dextro and levo from the mixture separated. That process of separating the dextro and levo, yeah, separating the enantiomers is called resolution. Just have a look at this. तो रेजोल्यूशन इतना डिटेल में नहीं है, बट फिर भी मैं आपको इस वर्ड का डिटेल समझा रहा हूँ. प्लीज पे अटेंशन. Resolution is a method to separate enantiomers by converting to diastereomers. तो फंडा सिंपल है. मेरे पास यहाँ पर R and S का enantiomeric pair है. ठीक है. I reacted it with some optically active compound. तो ये एक अमाइनो कंपाउंड है जो कि ऑप्टिकली एक्टिव है. कैन यू सी द chiral carbon?
Yes, sir.
So now when the two compounds are added to each other, I will get a resultant compound which will have two chiral centers. और उन दो chiral centers में एक में बनेगा RS और दूसरे में बनेगा SS. RS और SS में जब एक chiral configuration fix होता है और दूसरा अलग, तो वो एक दूसरे के diastereomers होते हैं. And since the physical properties are different, I will be now able to separate this R in the form of RS and this S in the form of SS. पहले जो separation difficult था, वो enantiomers को diastereomers में convert करने के बाद the separation is now possible. This method of separation is simply called as resolution. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's the important part about optical isomerism, condition and the type of questions which could be asked. अब इसी में if I just tend to change the groups as methyl and methyl, so I am going to get the four structures which are exactly similar to what I have written for the dicarboxylic acid. ठीक है. अब since the two structures first and second are identical, how many unique structures are possible over here? यूनिक स्ट्रक्चर्स कितने हैं इन चारों में टोटल?
3.
3. फर्स्ट सेकंड सेम होने की वजह से आप एक ही काउंट करोगे. थर्ड एंड फोर्थ आर डिफरेंट, दैट इज व्हाई द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टीरियोआइसोमर्स फॉर दिस टू chiral कार्बन कंपाउंड विद अ प्लेन ऑफ सिमेट्री इज इक्वल टू 3. बट मान लो यहाँ पर मैं सिमेट्री को नहीं देखता हूँ. मेरे पास ऊपर मिथाइल है और नीचे इथाइल है. तो आई विल नाउ अगेन गेट द फोर सिमिलर टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर्स. बट क्या कोई भी स्ट्रक्चर एक दूसरे से आइडेंटिकल है इस केस में?
No.
No. In that case, the total number of stereoisomers will be equal to
4.
4. समझ में आ गया questions? If there are two chiral carbons, then with a symmetry, the stereoisomers will be 3. If there is no symmetry, the stereoisomers will be equal to 4. Clear?
Yes,
No.
sir.
ठीक है. तो at the bottom you can note this also, total stereoisomers equal to 3. पेज 30 के बॉटम पे ही लिखो total stereoisomers is 3, and if no symmetry, then total stereoisomers will be equal to 4. Are you clear with this part? Yes. Done.
Yes, sir.
So now on the next page, page 31, I have given a summary. The summary is for simple understanding. कि if I have a molecule with one chiral carbon, then there can be only two relations possible. Either they can be identical or they can be enantiomer. So just look at the configuration of the two chiral carbons, meaning of the different compounds. If you get the configuration both as R या both as S, they are going to be identical or same structures. अगर एक R मिला दूसरा S और एक S मिला दूसरा R, तो obviously वो एक दूसरे के enantiomers हो जाएंगे. So with one chiral carbon, there are two relations possible. Now with two chiral carbon, I can have the structure, let's say, named as 1 and 2. Up for every compound, you have to just identify the configuration. So let's say आपके पास configuration RR आया और सामने भी RR आया, तो obviously वो एक दूसरे के identical structures हैं. Similarly, अगर SS और दूसरे में भी SS आया, though the arrangement appear to be different, मतलब क्या? मान लो आपके पास इस तरह से स्ट्रक्चर दिया हुआ है COH, H, OH, OH, H and COH. और ध्यान देना, next structure it's given as COH over here, OH over here, H over here, COH over here, let's say OH over here and H over here. ठीक है, तो स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्मूला तो दोनों का सेम है, इतना समझ में आता है. तो अब इन दोनों में क्या रिलेशन है, अगर वो आपको समझना है, तो द बेस्ट वे इज टू आइडेंटिफाई द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. ठीक है, पहले मैं ये समरी बताता हूँ, फिर वी विल जस्ट सॉल्व दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन दिस टू स्ट्रक्चर्स? ठीक है, so the trick is if you have the configuration RR clashing with RR, SS clashing with SS, या फिर सिमेट्री है और आपके पास RS आया और यहाँ पर RS या फिर SR आया with a symmetry, then in such cases the molecules are going to be same or identical. ये for symmetrical molecule की बात कर रहा हूँ, right? Similarly, agar if you have RR in one case and SS in one case, opposite, SS in one case, RR in other case, and RS with SR opposite, and there is no symmetry in the molecule for unsymmetrical molecules, then the relation between the two structures is they are enantiomers. I hope this is understood. Everyone. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
एंड डाइस्टीरियोमर्स के लिए सिंपल ट्रिक क्या है? वन ऑफ द कॉन्फ़िगरेशन शुड बी फिक्स्ड, यानी आर आर के साथ अगर आर एस आया या एस एस के साथ एस फिक्स्ड है और दूसरे में चेंज है, तो सच रिलेशन वुड बी कॉल्ड एज डाइस्टीरियोमर्स, नॉट द मिरर इमेजेस. तो देखने पर आपको समझ में ही नहीं आएगा ये दोनों सेम है, डाइस्टीरियोमर्स है कि एनेंटियोमर्स है. तो उसके लिए आपको ये वाला RS कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अप्लाई करना ही पड़ेगा. ठीक है, और उससे बहुत सिंपल हो जाता है. देखो, दिस इज OH, COH एंड दिस कार्बन, सो इट इज इन द एंटी क्लॉकवाइज बट होगा R. Here I have OH as first priority, COH second and this carbon as third. तो घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, लेकिन होगा R. करेक्ट.
Yes, sir.
नेक्स्ट में आई हैव OH देन COH एंड देन दिस कार्बन, तो घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, लोएस्ट प्रायोरिटी हॉरिजॉन्टल पे है, तो लिखूंगा R. एंड OH with COH and this carbon, तो OH COH and this carbon ऐसे जाएंगे ना. ये फर्स्ट है, ये सेकंड है, ये थर्ड है, यानी ये घूम रहा है एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, लेकिन H इज ऑन द वर्टिकल लाइन, तो होगा
R.
Yes.
सेम होगा ना, बिकॉज अगर लोवेस्ट प्रायोरिटी वर्टिकल पे है तो आपको इन्वर्ट नहीं करना है. इन्वर्ट नहीं करना है, मतलब इफ इट इज इन द एंटी क्लॉकवाइज इट इज गोइंग टू बी रिटेन्ड एज एस ओनली. समझा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now clearly can you tell me the relation between them?
Diastereomer.
बस ये एक दूसरे के डाई ए स्टीरियोमर्स है, खत्म. Such type of questions would be asked. Clear?
Yes, sir.
अब कुछ छोटे से कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं ऑन पेज 32. ठीक है, इसमें सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपके सिलेबस के लिए नहीं है, बट एक सिक्स्थ वाला पॉइंट जो है आई विल जस्ट एक्सप्लेन. लेट्स से आई हैव एन ऑप्टिकल सॉल्यूशन विद अ वॉल्यूम ऑफ 10 ml, जिसका कॉन्फ़िगरेशन फॉर 2 chiral carbon is RR, and I have another beaker with the optical solution which is enantiomer of the first one, yani configuration is SS, and the volume is now 2 ml. ठीक है, दिस इज आर आर एंड ये इसका enantiomer है SS. ये 10 ml है और ये 2 ml है. अब मैंने दोनों को मिक्स कर दिया. मिक्स करने के बाद what will happen, this RR and this SS will compensate each other, and the racemic mixture which is going to get formed will be optically racemic mixture which is going to get formed will be optically
Inactive.
inactive. But only 2 ml of this RR solution will become optically inactive. So 10 में से only 2 ml will be optically inactive. Still in this solution 8 ml will have optical activity possible. मतलब it still will be able to rotate the PPL. Understood? इसीलिए रेसमिक मिक्सचर में इक्विमोलर प्रोपोर्शंस होना जरूरी है. अगर इक्विमोलर नहीं होगा तो देयर विल बी सम प्रोपोर्शन which will still be able to rotate the PPL on the right or to the left depending on the configuration. मतलब it will have optical activity यानी property to rotate the PPL possible. अब मैं दोनों का 10 ml और 10 ml ले लेता हूँ, तो ये तो पूरा का पूरा नलीफाई हो जाएगा. तो इस केस में दिस विल एक्चुअली फॉर्म अ परफेक्ट रेसमिक मिक्सचर. समझा?
Yes, sir.
तो अगर क्वेश्चन आता है ऑप्टिकल प्योरिटी के ऊपर, ऑप्टिकल प्योरिटी, ऑप्टिकल प्योरिटी के लिए यू हैव टू सिंपली डिवाइड द ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑप्टिकल रोटेशन, observed optical rotation upon the observed rotation of pure enantiomers. मतलब जब मिक्स नहीं किया था तब उसका रोटेशन कितना था वो दिया जाएगा. आपको करना क्या है, दोनों का एक रेशियो लेना है एंड देन मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100 टू गेट द परसेंटेज ऑफ ऑप्टिकल प्योरिटी. ठीक है, जैसे एक एग्जांपल दिया है जहां पर द ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑप्टिकल रोटेशन ऑब्जर्व्ड इज +9.73. ठीक है, और उसका प्योर फॉर्म में 13.73 था. तो जब आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे 100 के साथ यू विल गेट 71%. यानी दिस पर्टिकुलर सोल्यूशन वॉट एवर एग्जाम्पल आई हैव गिवन विल बी 71% ऑप्टिकली प्योर. 70% ऑप्टिकली प्योर. जैसे यहाँ पर 10 ml के साथ 2 ml मिक्स किया तो 2 ml का पार्ट विल गेट कैंसल्ड ऑफ. द 8 ml विल हैव द ऑप्टिकल एक्टिविटी पॉसिबल. उसी को परसेंटेज में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए we find the optical purity with respect to the angles which the PPL is being rotated with. समझा? हेलो हेलो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
समझा.
तो 71% ऑप्टिकली प्योर है, इसका मतलब रिमेनिंग अमाउंट 29% इज ऑप्टिकली इम्प्योर. वो जो इम्प्योर होगा वो एक्चुअली रेसमेंट मिक्सचर होगा. जैसे यहाँ पर 2 ml जो है वो इम्प्योर हुआ और 8 ml जो है वो प्योर होगा. वही 8 को हम 71% बोल रहे हैं और 2 ml को 29% बोल रहे हैं. ठीक है. तो जो 29% इम्प्योर है उसमें देर विल बी डेक्स्ट्रो एंड लेवो इन इक्वल अमाउंट्स, meaning it will be 14.5% each, and therefore in the mixture now dextro will be overall 71 plus 14.5 and levo तो 14.5 ही होगा. ठीक है. So out of 100% now the solution is having 85.5% tendency to rotate the PPL to the right and only 14.5% tendency to rotate to the left. जब इसको मिक्स कर दिया जाए तो 14.5 एक दूसरे को नलीफाई करेगा, 71% ऑप्टिकल प्योरिटी बचेगा. That's it. That is optical purity. अगले पेज पे जो enantiomeric excess है that is not there in the syllabus for you, so you can skip that, cross that. The first part of the page is to be crossed. जो 7 point है resolution वो मैंने आपको यहाँ पर बता दिया है with this example. With that, the introduction to optical isomerism gets completed with the understanding of what is the condition for optical activity and how the questions are to be solved by taking the help of RS configuration. Clear? Any doubt?
No, sir, no doubts.
Okay. Okay, so I'll stop here for today. Next time, I'll take up the MCQs of optical isomerism and also one part of how to find the number of stereoisomers when there is symmetry and when there is no symmetry for a combination of GI and OI. ठीक है. तो वो पार्ट काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाला है. प्लस कॉन्फॉर्मेशन वाला जो पार्ट है दैट ऑल्सो आई विल डिस्कस. दैट्स वेरी शॉर्ट पार्ट. आई थिंक वीडियो जो भेजा था उसमें क्लियर हो गया होगा, but I'll just take a revision of confirmation in the next session. For the syllabus on Saturday, you have GI, OI and confirmation. बस ये तीन ही चीज है. GI, OI and confirmation.
Okay, sir.
Understood? कोई doubt, queries है?